Must be nice. Must be nice. We got one driving it, you know what I'm saying?
He went down the right lane. How?
I'm about to talk about it.
That corn, that kern.
Let's go, baby. All right, guys, we are back out of here again. We are at Finish Line Drag Strip today in Prentiss, Mississippi, and we have another private rental. So it is a no prep. It hasn't been touched since August the 19th, I think, and today is October 21st, somewhere around in there. I don't know, not very good with days. But we've got myself, we've got Gerald and Rougarou, Kirby, and John Ebers out here, as well as Kelly Cheeks. And we all jumped in on this rental, you know, try to cut some costs down as well, but get some no prep testing in. We need it. Battlefield was a great experience. We learned a few things there, and now we're gonna try and apply it to this slick track that's out here right now. Now again, it hasn't been touched in a pretty good minute, so I think once a few cars go down, we'll be able to turn it up and try to, you know, work on those first 100 foot. If I make a full 8th mile rip today, hey, we might do it, but those first 100 feet are going to be the difference for me in this truck. Let's get after it and see what happens.
It's a good idea.
What are we thinking today?
I think your track's gonna be good.
I'm thinking somebody better put some traction down instead of some rubber on the track.
Oh man, about 2 passes and I think it's gonna be ready.
Kelly Cheeks can go up there and do a big burnout. We'll be good. That tire's expensive, huh?
Slick out there.
Oh yeah.
Definitely loose.
Yep. Put some heat in mine, put it on the trans, break through the probably need to turn it down, honestly.
Too much heat in the motor, huh? Too much power.
Too much of that spicy air for they go through that motor.
Yeah. Hey, it's cool today, bro. What you putting up in there? Some old C16?
Some of that old X stuff, man. That old X85, that good stuff. That Kai Kelly blend.
That corn.
That kern fuel. Kern fuel.
Assume that'd be traction control. He said he had it on there, but we'll see. Gerald getting warmed up, ready to make a lick. I'm willing to bet that he's gonna make a good one today. I don't know if Bailey Hemsworth is posting his videos. I know he kind of likes to keep that top secret. And then there's old B-boy down there riding around warming up. Fixing to make a lick in a second.
All right, we're going up past number 1. And super freaking slick out here. We're gonna try to lay some rubber down, worst case scenario. We're kind of spicy on the tune right now. I did tone it down just a hair from where it pulled off the trailer from, but we'll see what it does right here.
All right, Bailey's coming up with his first pass. Let's see if we can get it to go down, yeah? It's pretty slippery right there, like I said before. Play with the tune up a little bit. Big old Smoky John 4 special. Did 2 burnouts to try to get the starting line a little better here, but we'll see. Didn't it's kind of dirty on the outside, but in here we're starting to get a little all up in there. We're starting to get a little more rubber down.
How It's all right though. I don't even want to look at what that 60 foot, 180, 60 foot. Oof. It'll come around.
A little A to B action, baby.
So Gerald just went up and made a lick. We done had 3 or 4 people go down the track, and it's getting better. So it's still about 150 foot out. It is like ice out there. So maybe as we get a few more people down, I'm gonna go back out there with the DO5, one more hit just to lay some rubber down. I'm not expecting anything out of these tires. And we're swapping the PBRs on that I soaked in whiskey resin, and we're gonna try it again. So let's get it. All right, we're headed up past number 2. Now, like I said earlier, this track is very, very slick, but we're starting to lay some rubber down. That was better already, I can tell. So we're starting to lay some rubber down. So it's gonna come around. We'll actually be able to get some good data once it does come around. But we're gonna make one more pass with the DO5 on here just to try and lay some good rubber out there, and then we're gonna swap the PBR on. This truck likes the PBR considerably better, but for early testing stuff like this, the DO5 is of course softer, and it's gonna lay more rubber down in the burnout for everybody as well. So that's the game plan. Let's get it out.
Alright, there we go. Bailey on the second pass. We moved the water up a little bit. We're gonna start a little further out. Back half of this is all dirty. So he does another giant for us. Special.
After I watched you, I moved it up.
Hey, that boy liked them burnouts. No bueno.
Making a ton of boost on the brake, so I have to fix that. All right, we're gonna put these PBRs on here. We'll put these PBRs on here, get some act right in this thing. It's bouncing real bad on these slicks, so I think the PBR is gonna help that a lot. Lewis, if you're watching this, I don't want to hear a word about I should have put the PBRs on. I know you're thinking it right now. Get it back up here, check over everything. PBR time, baby.
Alright, here we go. Old coach up front. Well, a couple trucks made a full lick, but somewhere's in this 300 foot section right here seems to be a little battle. There's a little dip in the track over here, and that dip seems to be a bit of a problem in most places. This little truck right here, they made a pretty good lick earlier. I mean, it was low boost, but they got down and made it A to B. So they should be able to do something here again. We're going to see here in a second. Sounds pretty good. Ooh, that's way better burnout than he did earlier. Yeah, I'm pretty confident he's going to make a good A to B just like he did earlier. Hell yeah. Dude, what you doing over there?
We're bolting them, as Lewis Butts would say, we're bolting the lower tire on right now.
The lower tire, huh?
We got them soaked with whiskey resin pre-game overnight. We'll see how they do. I think I still got the tune a little bit spicy. I got to tone it down. Every time I try to leave, it's made like 9 or 10 pounds on the brake. So I'm trying to figure out where my dome to actual boost ratio is going to be, where it's going to land at. So we're going to get it though. We headed up to pass number 3. We've got the PBRs on there now. And see how it goes. I don't know. We got more aggressive with the timing retard. And we're gonna swing at it right here and just see how it goes. I don't know. I can't even begin to tell you how it's gonna go.
Hey, don't let off until it's in the long grass at the end, you hear me?
You said don't let off till it's in the wall?
In the long grass.
Alright,
Not the wall. Hold it till it hits the long grass at the end. We're gonna see. Hopefully it sticks. That's what He's skating. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It made the trip, but it was skating.
that was a lot better. I don't know what kind of limiter we hit right there. That didn't sound too hot. Woo! Lewis, PBRs, baby. PBRs, whiskey resin pregame sauce. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. That's a better 60 foot than we went all day at Battlefield the other day. If you watched that video, last video I posted. So I guess I say I let out. It hit that limiter out there pretty far. So we got something though. Got something.
There you go. See how happy he is. He made the trip that time. Right up on down there. Bailey, what we doing wrong? We need some full
Must be
links.
cool to have parachutes that actually need them, you know.
we need some full length stuff, bro.
Was he in the left lane or right lane?
He went down the right lane. How?
I'm by the Fox body. Pass number 4. Pulled some, actually put some time back in a 60 foot. Like I said, today I want to dial in the 60 foot. So I did put some more timing back in. I left everything else the same, and I took some compression out of the shocks because it's getting real bouncy down through there. So we'll see what happens. I'll be honest with you. I am a semi-professional race truck driver, but I do not like when it goes each side, especially on the radio. Now on the bike supply, hey, whatever, let that baby wag, you know what I'm saying? But on the radio, you got me tripping.
in this lane, you couldn't see it earlier, but you can see it now, how dirty it is. I mean, literally there's clumps of mud all throughout this entire track from runoff, but it ain't been touched in a while. True no prep here for sure, but we've been running down this lane to kind of try to get it decent, but this lane's pretty good until you get 300 out and it's just, you know, like that again. But this lane was terrible, and that old Fox body went straight up on down it. Crazy. Alright, here we go. Get Gerald up for another pass. See if we can get him to make something shake a little bit. See what's happening here. This rubber on this track's old. It hasn't been ran on in a long time, so anytime anybody goes upon it, it's peeling it up pretty instantly. So that's what we were kind of dealing with over here. So we moved the line up way up here, and it's a little better, but back here's tough. So this is where we do the burnouts at. Typically this would be a starting line, but we had to move it up because back there was terrible with dirt. But hey, it's a no prep track, a little small backwoods track. That's what a lot of people want. So more aggressive with it right here. So if it sticks this, we should pick up pretty significantly to the 60 foot. Now again, I'm not too worried about what's going on out there. We're pretty much out of shock control as far as bumps go. Jake's is a pretty good surface. It's not as bumpy, so we just need those first 100 foot to work with us here. That what? We'll send it on through there? Hey, go try. Cable's broken. Alright. Send it to see. Well, we're skirting them the whole way down. The truck actually liked it a little. Might have got a little bit colder after having to wait. My computer fell in the floorboard, and I think it might have bent my cable, so I had to order another cable. That's all right though. We'll see. We'll see if I can get it working right again. Put more power in it, and the 60 foot went up on tire pressure. Let's see what happens. Jeremiah, I think he's 12 again, riding on the side of the truck like a little kid. But it's riding. wastegate's allowed.
Mississippi no prep tracks that haven't been touched in 3 months are rough. Straight up, they just rough.
He went down every time. Last pass he had a little trouble. The first pass he went down the dirty lane clean.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
He threw the laundry.
Alright, we got last pass of the day coming up. I took the timer retard completely out of it just to try and see if it'll take it or not. If it does, we ought to go a pretty good number here. I'm not very confident that it's gonna do it, but I'm down to try anything. That's what these rentals are for.
Sure is pretty over there. I mean, I think my truck is cleaner. 30. We'll get it down there for the last pass. See if we can make something shake.
Get it, baby.
Hey, make something shake besides the tire, baby.
Shit, I'm gonna shake something for you.
So listen, if that needle ain't buried all the way when you get to the end, you ain't doing a good enough job.
I bury that needle every time I do a burnout. That's a fact.
We'll see if he can get that thing to get on out there and catch some John just like the boys said. Oh yeah, he better hit the brakes on that runner. He gonna put it in the long grass on the big end. Golly. Hey.
Hey, he said I'm about to go make another one. I said, you changed anything? He said, yeah, I turned the retard off.
Let's go, baby! That's what I'm talking about. We don't need no goofy timer retard. We got one driving it, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, before you get in the comments, that's like no boost out back. Not very much boost. But that was good right there. It liked that. It liked that a lot. Best 60 foot of the day. No timer retard. Hey, what I tell y'all, semi-professional race truck driver. Now it was still kind of losing a tire up top, but hey, that's what you get with this track, right? It's very bumpy. Not as bumpy as Battlefield that we went to the other day, but about 300 foot is where everybody's losing the tire because it's unloading the rear suspension. So we got something right there, dog.
Look at it. Shit eating grin.
Like dead hook.
So you went over that bump? I got great video of it too.
Yeah.
It went over that bump, the back of the truck hobbled, it absorbed the bump.
the back of the truck quit moving almost immediately, and it just kept going.
Yeah, just kept going.
It was a little wobbly on the other end.
It was, yeah. It lost a mile an hour up there, but.
Okay. Horrible surface. Yeah. Nice driving, bro. It looked good.
All right, so we are loading up now. Freaking, I'd say it's a pretty daggum good test session. I mean, it started out, the track was super slick. You know, it come around better after a little while. There's a dip about 300 foot here that everybody lost a tire. I mean, cars that, you know, run some really good numbers on the streets couldn't get down through here. So I'd say all in all, good test session. The last pass that you saw, that's gonna be my first round tune-up for Jake's. Now, I'm not gonna discuss what it went, but for this surface, it was really good, considering I know Jake's is a lot better. So, I don't know. We'll see y'all in November, and we will see how it goes. Whiskey resin, pre-game sauce on the PBRs is the move. I'm hooked now. Every tire I get is getting pre-game sauce. So shopwhiskeyresin.com. Check them out.
Don't put the truck out there, about to go prep the lane.
Oh, check them out, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it.